That's a Ferd, a good Ferd.
as he wants to do.
Ferd is a cast member at this point. Let's be real.
Bird is a cat. Okay.
He's a
Cast
cast member.
Oh, he's a cast member. Right.
But he is a cat. That he is.
He's a cast member.
The cattiest of cats. Meow. Anyways.
He's
So
100% a cat.
100% catitude.
Yes.
Cat, yes. Yes, cat. Meow.
Class cat.
Okay, I'll let you do the recap.
Alright, so, last time, everybody returned to the Blue Water Inn and set to interrogate the assassin that had been sent by the Dominion of the Endless. Riley used her powers of charm to get information out of him, and it turned out he was pulled into Barovia by forces he had not understood, and was told by a man named Vasily Van Holt that the Devil of Karashiro was in town, and that is why he was there trying to assassinate him. The group convinced the man that there is no point in continuing on his current path, and he limped off into the night. Meanwhile, Brimstone had convinced the werewolf Victor to bite him, granting him the powers of the werewolf. We ended the session with Brimstone returning and Zelfine catching a glimpse at his shoulder. And yeah, everybody had started to settle in for the night. Was there anything anybody wanted to do before lights out?
So is everybody in the room now?
Brimstone has not returned to the bedroom.
I'm sleeping outside.
Yeah. Everybody else is in the room, though.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go get Brimstone because I think we should have a team meeting.
Okay, I mean, yeah, he's outside making ready to sleep outside. But yeah, if you go get him, he'll come in.
Hey, I know you like roughing it, but like given the circumstances, I think it's probably a good time to have a team meeting.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright.
I'm gonna follow inside.
Cool. So now you are, in fact, all in the room that has been allotted for you this last little while.
So, well, it looks like tomorrow we're going to be headed to right into
Hell.
the
Hell.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out a delicate way to phrase this.
Let's not split hairs, Amy. This is going to suck a fucking lot.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
it's going. My mom has been kidnapped by a vampire. I'm very afraid that I'm going to lose her. And
Yeah, you know how fucked this is. Yeah.
I know
It's-
I'm not normally the type of person who screams about like caution and letting everyone play to their strengths, and sometimes I have a tendency to rush into things, but we really need to like.
Yeah, there's a lot that's delicate in Barovia, in Ravenloft right now. I mean, there's your mom. There's also there's this other thing that I think 'cause we know from Theo's contact that the last thing we're looking for is in Ravenloft, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Theo has told you that Escher told him that the last item is in the catacombs under the city, or under the castle.
So we got to find that, like that this last thing that we're looking for, and then there's also Imotoronescu that we need to find. Any of those things could be a trap or dead or anything like that. So yeah.
Not to mention, we've also got to find or well, I don't guess we have to, but Eamon would probably appreciate if we found that dragon skeleton thing,
Right.
I would like to
so
not
that the big
have-
scary man will stop chasing him.
Yeah, that. I would like to not have the big scary man chasing me. Although honestly, I'm not gonna say he's not scary, but he's less scary than Strahd by, I would say, a fairly significant margin.
By a few
Okay.
country miles, yeah.
Okay, but consider Strahd and Scary Guy.
I think Strahd and Scary Guy are more likely to fight each other than fight me, but you do have a point.
Okay. Well, so our goals for this. So we're bringing Irina because we have to.
That's
And
non-negotiable.
Yeah, I hate that, but we have to. We are bringing Lucas and Theo, right?
Do they want to come? It's like
Who wants to go?
they haven't, if they want to back out, they can.
Oh, Death. I mean,
Yeah. And then there's Victor Velasco is coming with us.
Right, he has business there as well.
Mhm.
Um,
And I think that's it, right?
I would prefer if someone were to, I don't know, I guess Sir Quentin will manage things here while we're gone, and Father Lucian.
Do we?
yeah, they got that under control.
This is a bit of a long shot, and remember Raj and Gears?
I do remember them.
It has
Are
not
they-
been that long timeline-wise. It's been like a week.
You're right.
Fair, a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
It has not felt like a week.
What if we sent for them, see if they would come and defend Velaki?
I mean, I don't exactly need to. Maggie's pretty smart. She could probably find them on her own. So I could send her with like a message, or maybe with Theo, or
A message might be a good idea.
You do know that, like, there was ravens around, and they tend to send messages out from here often.
yeah, that seems like a much smarter idea than sending a whole horse. Plus, I think we can use
Especially-
the horse.
Especially given the horse is kind of undead, so I don't know if the Wizards of Wine's winery will know precisely what to do about the horse.
No, I'm fairly. Didn't I bring my horse there? Didn't they see?
That's when you first summoned it was there. And
okay,
Right.
so they're-
so they all have seen it before, and Gears, like, had made a comment when you first summoned it, saying that magic is weird here, and then she showed you her mage hand, which was all skeletal.
a spooky skeleton.
Yeah, cool.
Well, just want to say, we've had our ups and downs. It's been, a difficult experience, but I'm glad y'all are here to face this danger with me.
We haven't won yet.
I know, but we have a saying back where I'm from, goes victory or Valhalla, which is we'll win or we'll die trying, essentially.
Oh, good.
I like this.
No third choice.
I mean,
From what you told us about when you grew up.
no, no, sorry. Humiliation sometimes if you're lucky.
Oh.
I don't want to get too look, it's
Oh yeah, I don't want to bring that up. Sorry.
look, I need to be in the proper headspace for hitting things with an axe, and thinking about that stuff is not always the best for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Sorry. But yeah,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready or if it's just the jitters, but we're doing this. All right.
The only thing I would like to say before we begin this is we've done a lot together. We really have. We've like the four of us have shared a lot of experiences that I don't think most relationships involve fighting fucking vampires and getting caught in a horrible, dread plane and shit. If we can just watch each other. I know we all know what we have to do, and we all have, he's going to fuck with us in so many different ways. And we might not be emotionally prepared for it. We might, more likely than not, we won't be. But we can just watch each other in there.
I can. Yeah. I'll try to. I don't know if you can really soothe someone like Strahd or assuage him or even have a conversation with him, but I don't know. Maybe it'll buy us some time to figure out something more sane.
I think you can distract him, but I don't think there's anything there. I don't think there's any humanity there to appeal to.
Yeah, unfortunately, I figured that out a while ago. Somewhere between the time that he sent one of his minions to murder a child and when he kidnapped my mother.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't think there's going back. Anything like I don't think he can come back from that. So yeah.
We had a term for vampires. We sometimes called them effigies. In that they look like the person they used to be, but they're really not. And I don't know how. I know maybe that's not always the case, but I think in this case it is.
I mean, if you've lived as long as he has, which I bet he's lived a long time, humanity kind of fades away.
I read his book, so yeah.
Buy my book.
Buy my book.
What book?
Oh,
On
Brimstone is going
Amazon
to,
and audiobooks. Or Audible.
Brimstone's going to kind of move in close to the rest of the group and say, "It is. I don't have to think too hard to know that you all are some of the closest people I've ever known.
Ah, shucks.
So, thank you for being my friends."
Are we doing a group hug?
I mean, that was where I was kind of going, but if you're not down for it, sure, it's fine.
I'm down.
Come here. And then they all hug.
Sylphine's actually not hugging. She's just kind of watching the hug. In fact, staring pointedly at Brimstone.
Eamon's gonna look at her directly in the face and do a really exaggerated pouting face and be like, "Come on."
Riley has tears in her eyes. She goes, "Best friend."
Not really a hugger, sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay. Just feel the love.
Remember to respect everybody's boundaries, everyone.
Not everyone's a hug person, but know that I love you. And they're not coming out of her nose.
Oh my gosh. I love
Okay,
Riley
well.
so much.
Okay, well, I think we've ruined Riley for the evening, so.
Okay, maybe
I'm a mess.
Eamon, okay, maybe this will make you feel better. And then Eamon will take out a little scrap of paper and it's got a banner design on it and he'll show it to Riley.
Oh, neato.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
us.
I was thinking of maybe after this is over we could make it together.
Like a banner?
Yeah.
That I can do.
Alright. Well, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I just figured it'd be some fun for us to do as a team.
Oh, speaking of which, I have some things for us. Hold on. And she runs to the room. And
Oh, is it finally time?
I feel like it's appropriate if Leanne's okay with this.
Yeah, whatever it is you're doing.
It's the clothing that I've drawn forever ago.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to bring in. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Can you drop that again? Because I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh gosh, I think it's in my notebook somewhere, but I'll bring it up later. But I'll describe it. She brings out a long, dark blue cape with a yellow insignia of Tyr on it, and she gives that to Eamon. And she's got
Nicest thing I've ever received as a gift. I'm
Does
not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Does Brim green or maybe an ashen gray more? I wasn't too sure.
I think probably he'd go for green.
Okay. Yeah, so he gets a green kind of cloak with a hood on it. And it's kind of one of those cloaks that just covers one shoulder. Gives that
Okay.
to Brim.
Which
And
shoulder?
then,
Whichever shoulder you want.
whichever shoulder you want. I'll
Okay.
I'll leave that to you.
Let's go with the left one.
Okay. And then she has a half cloak a green half cloak for with a hood for Zelfine. It has like these kind of leaf designs on it. Embroiled? No.
Boiled.
She
Embroidered.
boiled them in there.
Embroidered.
Embroidered, thank you. On like the edges. I've been working on these for a while.
I don't know how you managed to find such nice material in Barovia, but thank you.
Well, she stole it from that wizard, didn't she?
Oh yeah, fuck
Oh,
him.
Def.
You stole some of it from there, and then you had actually bought some material from the clothes shop in town.
Yeah, and I feel like she would have some extra in her like backpack, of course.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd say just like she only bought like clothes or sewing material instead of food.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, I'm starting to wonder if I maybe have too many tier insignias on my clothes. Nah.
You got a theme going on. That's what I went with.
Thank you. It's really beautiful. Got one on
I'm
my
glad I
shield.
finished these in a week.
I mean, magic and stuff. It's...
I mean,
I'm just kidding. But yeah, woof.
I was gonna say not to give away too much that isn't mine, but given her backstory, I would imagine Riley is a pretty fast seamstress.
Yeah.
Oh, Def.
Under fear of being beat.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the love in this Chili's tonight. Jesus Christ.
Horrible backstories aside. She
That's what we need after we leave Barovia. Horrible backstory time.
Yay!
Yay!
I mean, we've gotten some of it so far, but
Yeah.
not all of it.
There's still some nuggets.
Some
Yeah,
good
she
nugs.
just smiles at you all.
We don't talk about Eamon's nugget backstory.
Yeah, too many nuggets.
Not the
Like
nugs.
20 piece.
Trying to piece
Have
of
the nuggies.
No,
Oh, God.
no nuggies.
Oh god, I'm
No.
feeling all verklempt for real though.
Yeah, now I'm
HP
getting all
defense.
now
Are
I'm
you
getting
craving
all
my McNuggies?
Well, now I'm
Name it
upset.
as the
now I'm
grimace.
getting all nostalgic for like all the different like out of character, getting all nostalgic for all the stuff that we went
Yes,
through.
Mhm.
And all the nugget memes.
Yeah.
Even those. The picture that Sarah drew, which is literally the rest of the party. Like trying to keep Eamon away from a plate of McNuggets.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh god.
Good times. Good times.
Good times.
We should play D&D though.
Gosh darn, we should play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, that's what we're doing?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Brimstone is gonna take this half-clip cape and sling it over his shoulder and affix it. And it's gonna go over his sash for now.
Eamon's actually gonna like use the cape as a blanket for now.
I'll go for it. It's very comfortable.
Zelfine's gonna store hers in her bag and be like, I really do appreciate it, don't get me wrong. I just feel like this upcoming mission will be messy on top of everything else, so
Oh, I totally
save it.
understand. Yeah, gotta keep it
I don't-
clean. There's no...
I don't have a lot of nice things, and she kind of like looks at her tunic that is already tattered at the bottom and that she's ripped the sleeves off of. And just shrug.
Yeah, there's not that many... There's no washing machines in Barovia, so I get it.
The
I
fuck is
do
a
have-
washing machine?
Wait,
I feel like it's kind of like an oven, except you put
Why
clothes
do
in it.
why do you wait? But
Yeah, it sounds like magical bullshit. I'll just go to a stream or something later.
yeah,
That's fair.
Oh my god. It's great. Great and beautiful, and I love it.
Well, I'm going to go sleep outside.
Okay, good night.
Yeah.
Don't let the actual literal like mosquitoes and stuff bite.
Somebody.
Or anything else.
Mm-hmm. So, if I see Lucas and Theo, I'll ask them if they're coming with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go, and if you, just to kind of like expedite it, unless you had something for it, I'm gonna just go check with Lucas and Theo.
Okay.
Make sure they're with us.
Yeah, and they'll say they'll definitely be there if you need them. You catch them
Okay.
like mid, like what looks like a conversation, and Lucas is like bandaging Theo's neck a bit and like fussing over him.
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to play it out, we can. But Brim would just make it clear that like the group isn't expecting them to come. Like they don't want to. If Lucas and Theo don't want to come, that we totally understand.
Mm-hmm. And they will definitely 100% say that you guys have done so much for them that they're willing to help now. Can't have their heads down in the sand forever.
Oh, geez, guys, no, I'm all fucked up about this too.
Okay, just to verify, were you going to send a letter to the Bardakov's winery?
Well, I don't think that I am really the person best equipped to do that.
Just as a group.
I think so, yeah. To get Gears and Raj.
Do you want like something written in code, or do you want like a ridiculously formal letter?
I mean, listen, Strahd's gonna know either way.
Okay, Eamon will write a ridiculously formal letter.
With a fucking letterhead and all.
Yeah.
Eamon's, this is something I've only realized now, but Eamon's penmanship, because he's like, was in a night school, is probably amazing.
He's got amazing calligraphy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Eamon, you spent this entire time on the D in deer.
What? Oh no. This is actually dearest, but thank you.
Fuck, Eamon.
Cool. You write up the letter. And any one of the ravens hanging about, there's quite a few floating about. We'll take that out of your hand when you're done.
Thank you. Mardukov Winery, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it like takes it, puts it in like a little leg pouch it has. It like sticks it in there, and then gives you a little bow, and then gets up and flies off.
The raven bows like
Yep.
a bird form. That's
Yep.
amazing. I love it.
Well, it is probably a were-raven, so...
Eamon will still, as he's leaving, be like, man, I love ravens.
Alright.
Real quick, before we call the night done, while Brimstone was out and about doing his thing, Zelfine would look at the other two, and just briefly, hey guys, I know we just had that cute little love fest or whatever the fuck. Real sweet, loved it, great. But, just to throw this out here, because we're already facing, a lot of terrible, dangerous shit tomorrow and always. Just keep an extra eye out on Brimstone.
Did he do something stupid?
I mean, you know the answer to that, Eamon. Always. That's kind of our thing as a group. So, I mean, yes.
I don't know, you're pretty smart.
Debatable.
I think I'm better at pretending to be smart, or that the things that I've done are not extremely foolish. Like, you know, willingly taking a hit from a house.
That was you know what? A stupid person would not have been able to make that calculated risk.
A calculated mistake is still a mistake, Eamon. But all that aside, just keep an eye on him. I don't trust anything that we're about to face. I don't trust Strahd at all. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say maybe keep an eye on each of us, all of you. I'll keep an eye on each other, not just in terms of like looking out for each other and all, we're good friends. Don't at any point drop your guard.
Okay,
I
good thing it is literally part of my religion to not do that.
I'm just saying that like we've touched on it before, but there's a reason that Strahd picked these 4 people. And I wouldn't be surprised if more of that manifested once we really got into the full court of this game that he's playing.
I'm really tired of almost murdering my friends and having them almost murder me, so I think I'm just gonna not do that.
As long as that's your choice to make, yeah, definitely.
I have
Yeah.
protection from evil if anyone feels like they want a little bit of a boost in resisting the evils of evil.
Yeah,
And,
being charmed is not fun,
I...
as I make it out
Yeah.
to be. Yeah, it's not a good time.
No, it's not. I
Yeah, I
feel
can
like
imagine.
it was trapped in a closet for a whole day.
Yeah. When I do it, it's fine. It's fun because I don't really take advantage of it. But when Straw does it, it's creepy and gross and not cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. We should all just it's beneficial to keep an extra eye on everyone else.
Yeah. Just keep your guard out, be ready for anything, blah blah blah. And I guess as close as we have all gotten, I suppose, myself included.
You don't seem to think that, but maybe you just have a different way of showing it.
I mean, if you're trying to goad me into sitting here and saying that I love you guys and we're all friends, it's not gonna happen, because, like, ugh, gross. But...
You just said it.
Horrible.
Mean.
Left a bad taste in my mouth. But... don't let it stop you from doing what we have to tomorrow.
Just...
I know, doing the right thing. Blah.
Yeah, even though you don't say it, I can feel it.
Look, I'm not worried about having to do the right thing. I'm worried about having to do the smart thing. Because the right thing would be to stick together no matter what. And I'm worried Strahda's going to try and make the smart thing look like it's a good idea to split up or turn against each other.
No, we'll see.
Anyways, good night, everyone.
Whatever, I'm tired. Good night.
Yeah.
She's just gonna roll over in bed and turn her back on y'all.
Okay, good night.
Eamon's actually going to take off his armor this time.
Cool.
Aha, get some that good Z's.
The goodest of Z's.
He's probably going to go take a bath before he goes to bed, though, because good Lord knows how long it's been since he's taken it off.
At least a few days.
Rubber Raven, you're the one.
Squeak a
You
squeaka.
make bath time so much fun.
Squeak a squeaka.
I just want to drum up a image in the fan. That's good.
Alright. Can I get everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh wait, did
one
Ian
last thing
want to do
before,
a thing?
one last thing before we go to bed.
Yep.
Brimstone's gonna go into the shed, like one of the sheds that we have out there,
Yep.
and he's gonna take off his sash and he's going to inspect the bite mark.
Okay. So it's starting to like scab over slightly. It's no longer bleeding, but it is not, of course, not healed. You just have these big gashy indents in you where where Victor's teeth came in.
Mm-hmm. Do I feel like I can transform now if I wanted to?
You're not sure. You don't really feel anything kind of emanating from that yet.
Can I attempt to?
You can try.
Okay, yes, I would like to try. What do you need from me?
Let's have a look. Roll me just a straight Constitution check.
Okay. Not a save, just a check?
Yeah, just a check.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's an 8.
So, you feel like tingling in your fingers and toes, but you don't really feel anything happening.
Would I be able to give that another try?
Right now? No.
Okay.
You feel like that's about as much as you can do right now. You think perhaps well, roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
Just so you can, because otherwise you might just not know.
Okay. Let me give this other dice a try. Okay, there we go. That's a 18 minus 1, 17.
Okay, so just from what you know about, like, how the body works, you think perhaps whatever the curse is hasn't had a chance to, like, get through your system yet. You think it might take about a night's rest for it to, like, settle into you.
Okay, so, like, I need to, like, carbo load and just get that all... get that all going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because basically how I see it is it takes, like, an evening for
Right.
the curse to spread through your bloodstream, kind of like a virus.
Can I give my... So I've got like a little, you know, like, carving knife or boning knife, probably, in my person from, like, my gear and shit. Can I take that and kind of do, like, a little slash near where the bite was to see if that area has, like, the resistance to, you know, to non-magical attack?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Just gonna roll like a... It wouldn't even be like a dagger's worth of damage. I wouldn't change. It's just like, you know, a tiny knife.
So yeah, you like press that against your skin and rip it, and it seems to cut still, and it stings a bit, but you feel like it's starting to knit together a bit faster than if it was like healing on its own.
Okay.
It starts to like scar up rather than bleed.
In my... Actually, that's a question. The hand mirror that I have from the hag,
Yep.
is that one of those old-timey mirrors that has silver behind it?
Yes.
Can I break that mirror and get a shard of silver?
You can. So smash.
Yeah, I'm going to take the mirror. I'm going to sort of just look into it, like you get the image of Brim looking in the mirror and smashing it with his hand. And he's going to take some shards of silver out. And I'm going to conceal them. I would like to take several shards of silver and conceal them like in the belt of my sash. And then one of them sort of where my sash affixes to my shoulder near the brand.
So yeah, as you start to pick up these silver shards, you do feel like a light burning sensation on your fingers as you pick them up.
Okay. I'd like to put them in some place that isn't like... doesn't make me uncomfortable, but such a place where, like, if need be, I can... if need be, they would be there for myself or other people to access.
Right. So yeah,
and I'm going to get
stow those away.
Any places, and like any more of the shards I would put like in my bag to hand.
Right.
Somewhere close by. And then I'm going to, after doing that, sort of look down at the knife in my hand and at the shards of silver. I'm just going to look up at the sky and go, what the fuck have I done?
Cool. Good and great. Oh. All right. Now, if everybody... You hecked up.
You picked up a big boy.
So if everybody is done now, can I get wisdom saving throws from everybody?
I'm going to voluntarily fail because it's going to be a rough night for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't even need to. Fucking 7.
Oh
Gotta
good.
roll my lucky dice. This is about to be loud. Ooh, nice.
Oh, that sounded good. That's some good dice ASMR.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh nice.
Heck.
I was
Wow,
gonna say,
after
I was
all
gonna
that
say
stuff.
Zelfie, you get the aura of protection, but you don't really need it, do you?
Nah, I don't want it.
Okay.
You get
Eamon
it.
got a 14.
Okay. Cool.
I
So
imagine the DC is gonna be higher tonight.
yeah, it's pretty high. But let's have a look. So for Brimstone, you automatically fail.
Yep, fuck me up.
So in your dream, you hear wolves, and suddenly you feel the urge to want to run. Not away from the sound, but to it. There is crunching of snow under your feet as you start to follow the sound. Louder and louder until you find a pack. They look back at you, and then forwards towards a few burnt pieces of wood. What looks to be the remains of a gate. The leader of the pack wanders past the cast-off hunks of lumber, and you follow, and it leads you to a half-demolished building, singed and decaying. Snow collects on the remainder of what was once a building. The wolves start to howl. You start to howl. There's nothing left here but ash and snow.
Wow. Do I know where the crypt is from here?
You do.
I'm going to make my way there.
The crunching of snow continues, and you realize your hands are now paws and you are walking on your 4 legs towards the crypt. It is dark, it is empty, and it is cold and covered in snow.
I'm not going to enter. I'm just going to stand outside of it.
And it is quiet. Nobody lives here anymore. Well, that was great. Cheerful. Wonderful. Loved it.
I wake up in the same place, right? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have not moved anywhere.
No random bits of blood on my person. None of that shit.
Nope. Well,
Okay.
there is blood on you.
No
You-
baby clothes.
But I know where that blood came from. That's my blood.
Yeah, you have blood on your hands, and you realize you were scratching at your bite mark in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And you've like got big claw marks on your chest now from where you were trying to. Probably it was itchy in your sleep because it's like an infection, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And let's cut to Riley. You also failed.
Oh boy.
Riley, it's
Yes, hello. My name is Riley, and I am fucked.
you find yourself in a dark hallway. Red fabric is just draped over everything, and you feel a hand on your shoulder and a presence near your neck. A familiar voice whispers in your ear, "There's a fire in you. A burning, terrible fire. Let it burn away everything until you're nothing but my tool. It'll be so much simpler just to give in to it all. After all, if you're not my tool, then you'll become their tool. They'll use you until there's nothing left. I at least will give you a place to be safe." And as you turn to try and see the source of this voice, it's gone. There's nobody there.
She like frantically looks around for the voice, and then I think she starts running.
Yeah. And then you
Like
just
anywhere.
anywhere. You find yourself in a twisting labyrinth of like hallways and stairways, and it just seems the more you run, the more confused you get. You're just lost in this labyrinth of a castle.
Ugh. More labyrinth motifs. Ugh.
Zelphine, you rolled really good. So you find yourself in a quiet little grove, and you have a teacup in your hand. Leaves are falling gently onto the table you're sitting at. It's a familiar cup, given to you long ago. Someone very kind gave it to you. You still remember their smile.
Wouldn't you know she still hates that dream?
Yeah, I know. I can't think of a single thing that would be actually good for her. She's so...
It's okay, Zelphine. It's fine. She hates everything. It's okay.
It's okay. It's still a nice dream. Nobody dies. Nobody's on...
Yeah, she's not gonna wake up screaming or anything. She's just gonna wake up in her, like, usual foul mood. It's fine.
Yep. Aemond, you rolled a 14.
Woo.
So...
Look, if you have something planned, just fuck me up. I didn't roll that well.
So you find yourself on a hill overlooking Vallaki. Though the mists are still covering the land and it's still dark, it doesn't feel unsafe here. You see a nearby tree and 2 people are sitting, a small shape and a larger shape. Approaching the 2, you hear the familiar voice of Olive chirping. Theo said that in Karashiro there's these soft candies that are made from rice. They're supposed to be smushed by rabbits with hammers. I don't know how they trained the rabbits to hold the hammers, but he says they taste real good. And the man next to her chuckles and says, that sounds a little dangerous, don't you think? What if they got a hair in the candy? Olive pushes the man gently and goes, Mister, that's not funny. And the man chuckles again and reaches out and pets Olive's hair. No, it's very funny. It's at this moment they stop and turn to you, Aemond, noticing you standing there. Olive smiles and waves at you. The man pauses and raises an eyebrow at you. Aemond, you recognize this face. Back in Argynvostholt, you saw this man's face on a severed head that had caused Lucas to go into a panic. This is Lucas's father.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, I didn't expect to see someone like you here. He dusts his pants off and gets up, and Olive holds his hand. Mr. Aemond, this is the nice man that comes to my dreams sometimes.
It's good to meet you. And I'm gonna shake his hand.
You're Chitana's boy, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I'm sorry that we weren't there for you.
It is what it is. I understand that when we're in distress, we do things we regret, and that doesn't make it okay, but I forgive you.
That means a lot. We've all done things that we are not to be proud of. But I tried. And you saw where that got me. He, has his hand on his neck, kind of awkwardly rubbing it.
Aemond is just gonna sit and chat with them for a bit.
Alright. Yeah, you sit down and Olive, excitedly chats about just random things that Theo has told her, and the man just kind of smiles and nods. And will chat to you about anything that you bring up. It all seems very small-talky, though.
Yeah, Aemond's gonna try and stay away from serious topics. He just wants to, But at a certain point, Aemond will say, do you know how your boy's doing?
I can't visit him, and I don't know why. Often the females of the Vistani are able to see the future, and perhaps that is why I'm able to be here. My little girl is very sensitive to these things.
Well, he misses you when he's met someone very special, and I'm sure he would be happy to know you still care.
I've never not cared about my boy. Though I know I have put him in a position that he is not happy with. I wish I could still be there, but
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I will say to him, I will do everything I can to make sure that he stays safe.
thank you
and
very
that she
much.
stays safe as well.
I appreciate that.
We're kin, are we not?
In a way. All the Vistani are family, whether we want to or not.
I think it's more important the family you find than the family you're born with.
You're very wise. Very wise. Please be careful out there.
I'll do my best.
If you are able to beat Strahd, then we can all be free, but I would not wish you all to sacrifice yourselves for us.
I'm a paladin. It's my job. And
So
then
you are.
I don't know if there's like a fade to white or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a good way.
That's a good end to the dream.
Oh man, I'm all fucked up.
I'm fucked up in so many ways.
I'm so glad. So glad. And that's where everybody wakes up. It is morning.
Aemond, being an early riser, will probably have already brought Zelphine some tea. Do you want me to roll for that?
Please roll for
You better believe it.
Oh god, if I just make shitty tea on the day before Ravenloft.
It's gonna leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Okay, you gotta roll for it, and you gotta describe how you make it. Both very important.
Alright, I didn't
I got her
roll
feet
very
pulled
well.
up right here.
Yep.
I did not roll very well. I rolled meh. Like, very meh. So Aemond will, boil the water, put the tea bag in first, pour the water in over the tea bag, steep for about 5.5 minutes, and then bring it to her while it's still piping hot, and then remove the tea bag and place it on a saucer next to the cup.
Okay, what did you roll?
I only rolled a 12, unfortunately.
Did you roll wisdom, or is it a wisdom saving throw for
It's a wisdom save, yeah.
Oh, it's a wisdom save.
So roll me
Yeah.
a wisdom save instead.
Oh, I get +9 to wisdom save, so that's a 21.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
She's gonna wrinkle her nose, but, like, she keeps drinking it, so you think that's about as close as you're gonna get to, like, hey, you made good tea.
Aemon will nod and then walk away.
Aemon's tea making abilities. That would be just you rolled a 10 plus 2 originally, so that'd be a.
Sorry, what? You know what? I think I actually miscalculated that. Yeah, so it would be a 19, not a 21.
That's
But
still
I think
like.
That's still
Yeah,
a pass.
Still pretty good.
That's still good. Same reaction.
her TDC is 18, if I recall correctly.
It's pretty high.
Yes. There's also a special addendum that I'm not telling you. You'll find out if you end up doing the thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Dungeons
I
and Dragons.
It's great.
This is the most intense roll that we've ever done.
That,
and
that
then-
legitimately at the top of her features and traits is Rogue of Taste. That's there on her sheet. It's a real thing.
Oh, and
Yep.
before
Hell
Aemon
yeah.
leaves, he'll come back and he'll like sprinkle one of the tea leaves like just on the top of the tea, and then give a thumbs up.
She's gonna raise an eyebrow at him, and you can just like watch her like take a finger and just like kind of pick it out.
Something's like, no, stop.
Zelphine
No.
just like that.
Yeah, don't fucking garnish tea, Aemond. It's tea.
Doesn't mean garnish.
So you do that for all of it, she'll
Aemon-
tell your
Aemon looks
fortune,
directly
but
at the camera.
No garnishing of the teeth.
You're Vistani.
Anyways, I think it's time to go to Castle Ravenloft.
By the way, yeah, Riley, like, she looks like she has not slept.
Cool.
Grim walks in and he also looks like he's not slept at all.
Oh, bad dream too, bud?
Yeah, it was not fun.
Nope, neither was mine.
Are those scratches on my chest still pretty, like, apparent?
Yeah. There's a few, like, sticking out from the side of your sash. Or
Do you
your
need, like,
cape.
a lay on hands, or...
No, I'm good. It was...
Eamon told you about those mosquitoes, man. They bite.
Yeah, I should have probably stayed inside, but it was it was something in the dream that wasn't good.
I don't think that's
Aw.
mosquitoes.
No, it was because of the dream. It was like, you know, it's one of those things where it feels like your skin's falling off. It was kind of like that.
Ew. That is a bad dream.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've had enough of that already in my life. It's not the fun sensation.
Anyways, all for one. How's it go? One for all for one.
I don't know. I don't know if that really applies to us.
Let's kick a vampire's ass.
That one. Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
You know what?
Duck.
You know what? I'm actually super down with Go Ducks.
Go Ducks!
We changed our team name to Ducks.
It's the
Yeah.
mighty
God,
Ducks.
no, please.
Please.
Let's just literally anything is better than this. Let's just go to Ravenloft.
So yeah, as you're like talking and
Christ, let's just fucking go to Ravenloft.
oh, let's fucking go.
I'm
Let's
down
go.
for that battle cry. Yeah, let's go.
Beautiful.
Alright.
So yeah, as you guys are sitting and eating your breakfast and tea and what have you, you hear like hoof prints, her hoof sounds, horsey.
Hoof beats.
You hear a horsey appear outside, and it sounds like somebody has come to the inn at this point.
I'm assuming we have all of our allies gathered with us as well. We would have told them, I'm sure,
Yeah.
to meet us in the morning.
Yeah. Are you meeting inside or outside?
Inside, I think.
Okay. So yeah, you're chilling there, and then you hear like a horse come up and clop 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 clop, and then the door opens. If I can put them on the correct layer here. The door opens, and you see Rudolph Van Richten leaning on a woman with long, cascading black hair. She is dressed like a Vistani, but she has one wooden leg and she is propped Van Richten up. The two come into the building, and he just kind of looks at you and throws the Tome of Strahd onto the table and goes, "I've got your book back."
Eamon's kind of like looking at the lady who just walked in with him and say, "Oh, what book?"
Is Van Richten hurt?
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
he is hurt. He is like being propped up by this woman, and she is like kind of like looking at him with a very concerned look on her face. That man that you upset over this book attacked me on my way there. Thank goodness Esmeralda was here to help me. She's
You- I can heal you if you need me to.
Not in this building, Amy.
Oh, awesome. Good luck.
Brimstone is looking very pointedly at Lucas.
yeah, and Lucas is like on edge, and like you can see him like reach out and hold on to Theo's hand tightly.
My commiserations for your wounds, but I believe that last time you were here, it was made clear that you should not be here again.
It was also made clear that I needed to bring this back. I have brought it back,
Thank you, Van Richten.
and now I will be going. And he like tries to like hold himself up, and like he trips a little bit, and Esmeralda like catches him, and she's
You
like,
should... We can let him stay here one more night, I'm sure.
No,
I don't think-
No, I think he can make his way to the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
he'll be
accept him
safe
more
there.
than Lucas
Somebody will see after him. He can get a good night's sleep. Not here.
We have no onus to take him in here.
Mm-hmm.
He has rather broken the rules of hospitality already.
The church will take him. It's cool.
All right.
Yep, and so the woman kind of like ushers him out and looks back at you all and goes, kind of shakes her head and goes, "We'll be around if you need us." And
Thank
she
you for
smiles.
that.
And out the door they go. And you have the
Riley's trying not
Thomas
to
Rod
do
back.
hard eyes, but oof, that's
Eamon's already doing hard eyes.
Everyone has a crush.
Everybody
So
just take a
big
second.
important mission.
Yeah,
we gotta go do. She's gonna kick Eamon in the shin.
Okay, yes, missions.
And she's gonna brandish her leg like she's about to kick Riley in the shin.
Okay. Focus. I'm focusing.
Square up.
My dumb gay heart.
She was
Riley say that in character.
Oh, death. Yeah.
She was a
Irina is
very
also
pretty.
fair.
Yeah. Oh yes, Irina. Irina has come. She like passes them on the as they're leaving. Where's Irina? It's all in
Alright, we got
alphabetical
longer.
order. There we go. So she comes in, looks back, goes, "Who were those two?"
I'd like to find out.
We can't.
She's gonna.
They're like
Zelvain's gonna
acquaintances.
prepare to kick him in the shin again.
Okay, it was some dude and some lady. Don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right then. I suppose today's the day that we are going. That is what.
Yep.
Strahd willing.
She like kind of makes a face and like raises an eyebrow.
I hate that, but it's
Sorry, we're already sort of like, we've folded over from like terror into like, now, if we don't laugh about it, we'll cry. So I apologize if some of our jokes get a little morbid, but we're there at this point,
Yeah.
To be
Yeah, we're
fair,
trying.
I'm an asshole 100% of the time, so
Yeah, it's not true.
Only
Selfie
because
was
you got
already
a
there from
heart
the
of
get-go.
gold.
I will kick
Eamon-
you
Eamon-
again.
Eamon, that was the weirdest thing.
You know what? In fact, and she's gonna kick him in the shin.
Roll me an attack.
God, didn't we had two
She doesn't
discrete
have
talks
to. She
last
doesn't
night.
have to roll an attack.
Please
Just let it be
crit.
like. Just let it be.
I just want to see what happens.
That's a 13.
Yeah, that's a good old thunk against his like armored shin.
We had two discrete talks last night about, hey, take care of each other, watch out for each other. And immediately what we do is kick each other in the shin.
fucking
No,
slapstick.
self-talk was very specifically be prepared for anything, including, but not limited to, being kicked in the shin.
You did list that.
I mean, fair.
I said be on guard for anything.
Especially getting kicked in the shin by your friend.
Especially
Look.
that.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Now your shin is
That
super
is not
strong.
true in my experience.
Yes. So true.
I mean, you hear from the other table, I was turned into a statue for a bit, and that just made me weaker. Like, literally, I was sick for a week.
Yeah, well, nobody
Hold on.
asked you.
No,
He's gonna look
no,
at
I'm asking. No, pause, Eamon. I'm asking you now. Have we explored this ever? Did we know that you got turned into a statue?
What?
Theo, like, shrugs.
Mentioned it.
It's like, it's a thing that happened. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but, yeah, I was a statue
I
for a
thought
while.
he had. I don't know, man.
You might have mentioned it
really
to
ask
you,
questions.
Zelfie.
We should go to Ravenloft.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go to Ravenloft.
Are we
Monty
biding our
Python
time?
and the Holy Grail overture starts playing. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun.
And like coconuts instead of horses.
Yeah.
Riley, where did you even get those?
I
There-
had them in my bag.
Have you been carrying?
Have you been carrying a pair of coconuts?
Pay attention.
Please make that canon.
She just has
I'm writing it
coconuts in
down.
her bag?
Delphine's just
Riley
walking
has
behind
traveled.
everyone with her head in her hands going, oh my god, it's finally happened. The mists have driven us all mad. We're too late.
So
Riley
yeah,
has traveled a lot.
Oh my god, I love you. I love Riley. I love you all.
I love you all too. We're gonna die.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners,
gonna
if you're
cry.
like, hey, this doesn't fit the theme of, like, a party going to Castle Ravenloft. It actually totally does. It's 100% accurate, because we know what's gonna happen.
This is
You
the
know what's
ga-
gonna happen.
Let's face it, every Curse of Strahd campaign is the gang goes to Castle Ravenloft.
It really is.
The Scooby-Doo gang goes to Castle.
Yeah, here we go.
It's never sunny in Barovia.
Yeah,
We're having
yeah.
fun
That's
now
what
while we
should've called the
can.
series.
I feel like that should have been taken.
I think we
by
covered
now.
that. I think we covered that early on, and we decided against it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
anyways,
you
One more
start.
thing. To step outside of the game for one last second, listeners, Leanne has been hyping up Castle Ravenloft for the better part of 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We're stalling,
2
aren't we?
years. Like, years.
I
not
haven't-
stalling,
I haven't even known you for 2 years.
Year and a
Feels
half.
like 2 years.
Like even before.
Slightly over a year, actually, for HPT time.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, yeah. I guess we start walking to Castle Ravenloft.
So yeah, you're making your way through Vallaki first, and you spot a big old orc and a small little gnome walk into town. They're waving at you.
I'm gonna lean down from my horse and give one of them a high five.
Cool. They're like far away at this point, so
Oh,
Well, I
yeah,
feel
Riley
like we
waves.
We would like inform them of the situation.
yeah.
No,
Oh.
I'm gonna say Gears. Hey, Gears. Mage hand high five.
Yeah, all right. And like a little hand comes up, and it's a little skeletal hand touches your
Yeah.
hand, and it feels real weird.
Still
Yeah.
though.
So you guys called for us? We're here. Huh? The best people in town.
You know it.
Just make sure that nobody explodes or whatever.
All right. We'll check in with the guards. See what's up. If
Uh,
anybody
if-
needs, and you hear Raj goes, "I'll be here if anybody needs healing."
Yeah, there's a guy called Sir Quentin. He's probably the one you want to talk to if you want to enlist and help the guard in that way, or if you just want to do your own thing. That's also cool. Just we need to make sure that there's some capable people around. But between
Yeah.
the three of you, we should be all right.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good. Just don't get yourselves killed, all right? I would very much
no
like.
promises.
I would very much like to get out of this place, and this seems to be the only way to do it.
No pressure.
Dun, dun, dun,
Riley
dun,
whispers.
dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Raj, quick thing.
Yes, what is it?
Where does the moon enter into your religion?
Oh, the moon is a very, it's the source of power, but it's not as powerful as the stars. You'd think it'd be the reverse, because the moon is, bigger than the stars, but
I don't
stars
think that's
are...
true.
He just kind of looks, he goes, well, that's the thing, is that they're not bigger than the stars. It just looks that way because it's closer, right? So the cosmic dragon does get power from the moon, but the moon is like a reflection of the stars. So the moon is like subservient to the stars in our hierarchy. If you know what I mean. It's a good omen.
No.
Maybe. I'm going to say yes because we've got to go.
All right. May the cosmic dragon bless you. Not that it can see us here, but you know.
We'll
It
Promise
still
we are
counts.
working on that.
Thank you.
He smiles a big orc smile, all those big chunky fangs sticking out of his face.
So good.
I feel a little reassured.
So yeah, you make your way to the edge of town, and the guards see you off. And let me load up the map of Barovia and show you
Oh
where
god,
you're
oh
at.
god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
We're doing it, boys.
We're doing it good.
Doing
What's
it,
poppin'?
Doing it well.
So, Eamon, you're on your horse. Is anybody else on a horse right now?
Nope, but I am moving at 40 feet per round, so I can kind of keep up.
Okay, you start here.
Well, it's not. We're not running. We're like trotting, I believe.
Yeah, so you trot for a little bit, and you hear the sounds on the road of other horses. And the squeaking of a wagon.
Huh. Coming towards us?
Coming towards you. Because
Can I ascend consent?
Yep. You smell one human and one half-elf.
I've got the human and the half-elf.
Wait, aren't half-elves kind of rare around these parts?
Extremely.
I mean, we got one, so.
Yeah, that's the...
Didn't we?
But she's not from.
Yeah, not. But
Didn't
we meet a half elf?
Yeah,
did.
you have met exactly one other half-elf. Who was
Wasn't
with
that-
a human.
Wasn't that Esmeralda?
No, Esmeralda's
Oh, my
not not a half-elf.
Shit.
Want a reminder?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So you had met Firo and Kirvi, who were two Vistani, and one was a half-elf. They were married. One was a chubby little half-elf that seemed to have, like, darker complexion, and Pharaoh was the human that was mute.
No, right.
I
Didn't we
remember.
save them from a wolf or something?
Yeah.
Vampire Spawn attacked their wagon in the night. And you guys were
Hello.
staying there.
They were chill. Yeah.
Hello, comrades.
So yeah, as it pulls up, they smile at you. And Kirvi, she kind of looks over at Lucas, and he just kind of, like, ducks down a bit, and she smiles and goes, "It's all right, Lucas. Don't worry about it. We're not here to do anything." She smiles and goes, "Actually, I heard that you brought back the young girl we were looking for. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
We had a chance to get outside of the mist for a bit, and I actually have something for you. Zelphine, was it?"
Yeah.
She digs into, like, this sack and pulls out a bag. It's a brown bag with, like, a leaf design on it and a little snake embroidered on it. And she hands that to you and a note. And the note says, "Hey, Zelphine, some friends came by and they were like, hey, I know Zelphine. She's, like, trapped in Barovia." And I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." And they're like, "You know Zelphine, so, like, can you get this bag to her? It'd be really nice." And I said, "Yeah, okay." And I put one of your teacups in it. It's good. Anyways, here it is. They said this bag can, like, hold a whole bunch of stuff. More than, like, it looks like it should be able to. I don't know. They said their names were, like, Snake Party or something. Signed, Tony.
Zelphine is just massaging her temple the entire time she reads it, and she doesn't read it out loud. You just hear her muttering things like, "This is what fucking happens when you teach a flump to write." Oh my god.
Can I ask if it's written such that we can hear the Valley Girl in the writing?
Yes.
Oh, the eyes, like, dotted with hearts.
How I read it, that is exactly how it is wrote. With, like, ellipses between words and little hearts and, like, a little doodle in the corner of what looks to be a little flump holding its arms around, like, a little elf. And,
oh no!
And the elf is frowning.
Oh my god. Damn it, I wish Riley could read.
Do any of us see this part for Zelphine?
Not unless Zelphine shows you the note. Or if you're hovering over her shoulder, which she might kick
I'm on
you.
top of a horse.
I was gonna say, she wouldn't be showing it to anybody, but you do have a window of time to, like, look over her shoulder and see it while she, like, when she's done reading the note, she's still staring, like, at the paper, but it's more like she's just staring through the middle distance for a second.
Does somebody else have something? Yeah, go ahead.
Amy will say, "Oh, is that from Tony?" I'm kidding.
Brimstone will look over her shoulder and go, I can't really read this right away, but wow. This is, even looking at this is a lot.
Yeah, the main thing that sticks out to you is the little tiny flump doodle in the corner with, like...
Yeah.
Dolphin, is that supposed to be you?
Riley loves the doodle.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Aw.
Oh, we've seen one of those spaghetti monster things before, haven't we?
Oh my gosh, yes, spaghetti!
It's a flump. His name is Tony. And, yeah, you summed it up with a lot. And she's just gonna, like, fold the note up and, like, shove it unceremoniously in her, like, her own bag, and then she's gonna open up this new bag she's gotten and find out what's in it.
So, inside this bag, it looks really weird. It's like looking into a starscape, almost. And, like, the note had... I hope I had mentioned that there is a teacup in the bag, but you don't see a teacup.
She's gonna look at this weird starscape, and she's gonna look at Riley and be like, hey, you're magic. Put your hand in there and see if you find a teacup.
Yeah.
Alright.
So put your hand in there, and you think teacup, and suddenly you feel, like, something in your hand. And you pull it out, and there's this delicate-looking teacup with, like, gold trim and, like, a black design on it.
Oh, pretty. I did it.
Okay, thanks. Put that back.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it goes back into the bag.
And, fine, let's just see what else is in there. And she's gonna, like, hesitate and then, like, stick her own, like, hand in there and see what's in the bag.
Okay. So, what do you think of?
Did the note indicate anything about, like, what might be in the bag?
Basically, it just mentioned the teacup. It didn't mention too much else.
Okay, so then she's gonna think, like, shit, what would be useful right now? I don't know, a sword?
Nothing comes to you when you think sword. Think of what Tony would put into things.
She's gonna, like, she's going through this list of, like, actually useful things, and then she's just like, tea. Is there tea in the bag?
Whoop, and then suddenly there's a handful of leaves. They're not, like, in a tea bag. There's just tea leaves in there.
Uh-huh, yep.
Of course.
Thanks, Tony. She's just kind of sprinkle those back in there.
No labels.
No labels. It's just a handful of tea leaves.
Can you just
That
turn it
that
upside
one's-
down?
Sorry, what?
Can you just turn it
Just-
upside down?
Does somebody who knows how magic works, can you, like, make this bag do something? Is there anything in the bag?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
I'll try and figure it out.
I think.
Wait, yeah. 15.
Cool. So yeah, you've seen bags like this before, Riley. This is a bag of holding.
It's bag of holding, everybody. We got one.
Isn't
Best
that what
item
guys
in the
normally
game.
do?
Cool. How do I make it not hold things?
You have to turn it inside out.
Yeah, if you turn the bag inside out, all the stuff on the inside will just fall right out.
Cool, she does that. Just, like, right there.
Yeah,
The teacup, it's gonna.
Ah!
So, like, yeah, a pile of tea leaves come out, tumbling down at least one teacup, the teacup that you saw before. And there is, like, a pile of tiny, shiny rocks. And
Useful.
a bag of marshmallows.
Oh!
What are
Tony.
those?
She's gonna pick up the tiny, shiny rocks and, inspect them. Do they happen to have any symbols on them?
They sure do.
Oh dear.
Thanks. Thanks, Tony.
What,
What are these fluffy things?
is this one of those glitter bomb things?
Eamon will open the bag of marshmallows. and
Zelfine will snatch them out of his hands and say, excuse you, who delivered this to who now?
I just thought it would be. I'm gonna. Well, you know what? I'll just DM this.
Hey, marshmallows are for winners, okay? So we can celebrate when we're done with whatever the fuck today is, and she's gonna shove those back in the bag.
Honestly, I wasn't down for Ravenloft before that, but now you've got this Pavlovian response thing for winning, so yeah, let's fucking do it.
The marshmallows.
That's
Oh,
the motivation we needed right there.
Well, We'll get out of here
They're-
and we'll get marshmallows or whatever those are. That sounds great.
Yeah, they're sweets. I don't care for them, but you guys go ham. But not now. She's going to collect the tea leaves and get, like, a pouch or something out of her own bag to store them in,
Yep.
so they're not just loose tea leaves.
And unfortunately, that seems to be all Tony put in this bag. But
So many useful things.
you know now that you can just put a whole ton of stuff into this bag, and it will just exist. And it won't weigh any more than what the bag weighs now.
She's gonna sling it over her shoulder and just be like, "Cool, thanks for the magic bag." And she's gonna pick up the rune stones. She's gonna look at them for a second. She's gonna shake them around in her hand and drop them on the ground, and say, "Does anybody know how to read rune stones?"
You see,
Would
like,
I be able to make a religion check for that?
Leanne, with my backstory, would somebody in my village have taught me?
yeah, they taught you, but I don't know how well you would have retained it. So, roll me a Arcana check with advantage.
Would
With
I be able
advantage?
to-
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, because
Nice.
you've been taught, but
Oh fuck!
Ooh.
That's a 16.
cool.
Not bad.
So you look at these rune stones and you go, dark wind coming from the east. Watch out for flying rocks. And that's about all you got out of it.
Dark wind coming from the east. Watch out for flying rocks.
Huh. Rocks don't fly.
My barber
That's
school
about-
taught me a while ago.
That's about as unhelpful as his fortunes usually are. So
Does
And she'll-
fortunes? That's his
she'll-
thing?
he tries to do fortunes. Let me clarify.
Oh.
And then she's gonna collect the stones and put those back in the bag and say, "Well, that was a great diversion. Yeah, let's
That was
let's
fun.
fucking go."
And
Alright, back
yeah,
Thank
to
you
it.
for the delivery, by the way. I don't mean to sound cross at you guys. It's just Tony. That's how he is.
Hey, at least someone's thinking of us.
so Firo and Kirvi kind of look at each other and smile and go, would you all like a ride to the castle? That is where you're heading, yes?
You know? Actually, yes, I think.
Yeah?
That'd be nice.
We have enough room in our back for the ones of you that are not on horse.
Lucas, you okay with that?
He like nods and is holding Theo's hand and yes, that'll be all right, I think.
Okay.
Hey, wait, Zelfine, that bag.
Uh-huh.
So it's like some magic bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Would that magic bullshit protect some of the kind of the hot items that we have from other people figuring out where they are, maybe?
Oh.
I mean, maybe. I think you know about as much about magical bullshit as I do, if not more.
Oh my god. Brimstone had a great idea.
Listen,
What?
listen. My understanding of magic is in the realm of runes and wards, because that's the kind of shit that that was important when I was young.
That's more than mine, so
I really hope that's not
what do we
the
want to
stars
put in the
are
bag?
Big book.
The How I Did It book from Mr.
Great.
Oh my god.
That's on the
good.
top
Bless.
10 list, I think.
How I Did It book.
Fucking how I did.
No.
That was very good. I can't.
Like I meant top 10 list of jokes, but it's like jokes in this series, but also probably top 10 list of Barovian bestsellers.
My name is
you have to
Stefan Zarovich, and this is how I did it.
Hey, if we could just buy that book, why the fuck did we got the scary guy going after us?
I know, right? What the
Well, it was
fuck?
his copy. It was his signed copy.
Yeah, it was autographed
man.
and everything.
All right.
First edition.
It's first edition.
Dang.
It's signed by Strahd in like Sergei's blood. You know, it's the way it is.
Oh wait, that. Oh yeah, that was blood, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, all the letters are written in
Cool.
blood and all the pages are made out of flesh.
Damn,
Does
you're so
anybody have a
extra.
resurrection spell? Because if we do, we
That's
could...
really fucked up, Eamon.
Oh,
no
God.
thanks.
Let's just
Resurrection
get in the
fuck.
fucking wagon. Just get in the fucking wagon.
Get in the wagon, Eamon!
Let's store the book in the bag. That sounds like a great idea.
Wait a second. Are you okay holding the death book?
I mean, sure.
Really, though?
Eamon, do you know what kind of books I carry around? It's fine.
Right. So, you know what? Maybe at the end of all this, we'll trade back. And then I'll put the death book in her bag.
Okay.
Do a little book club. You guys got a book club.
Oh, no!
An actual book from this time. God, throw back to season 1.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Bringing it back.
This is way too funny for marching to our...
We're all stressed.
We're literally hysterical.
Okay,
Are we
yeah.
at Barovia yet? Are we at the Castle Ravenloft?
We're at Barovia.
We in Barovia, yeah.
Yeah, you're in Barovia.
Our way up to the gates of Ravenloft.
So yeah, you've been in the I'm going to say at this point you've been in the wagon for a bit. Because this is a lot of talking.
Eamon's probably still trotting alongside, humming some old war ballad.
Yeah. And so it takes like a couple of hours. No, it takes like an hour or two-ish. And you pass by the windmill again on your way, because that's on the road. And it's twisty and windy. And eventually you take the path that you didn't take when you had first come by this way over here.
Fuck, we never dealt with the hags, did we?
No, you sure didn't.
We got afterwards. Promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, in one corner of the wagon, you've got Theo, Lucas, and Irina chatting away. And then in another, you got Victor kind of sitting, watching over everybody in his ripped up clothes. And he keeps like taking glances at Brimstone and kind of making a face and looking back.
Victor has
Victor,
a crush.
Who was making the face at me? Sorry.
Victor. He's kind of like pulling it into like a sad looking face and then back.
Got a crush.
No, he's just sad.
One-sided. It's one-sided. That's why it's sad.
It's definitely. It's not
That's
because
what Riley
he's
was
the
inferring.
saddest boy. Oh, just for shits and giggles, I made like a fucking picture of him now. Where's my handouts? Did I put him in the handouts?
Yep, he's in the handouts.
Yep, there he is.
The saddest boy.
The saddest of boys.
I love him. Sad boy.
Alright, are we there yet?
At this, are we there yet? Are we there
Can we have
yet?
some snacks? Did you go to the restroom before we went?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Yay! It's Victor.
Yay,
Yay,
sad boy.
Victor, the sad boy.
Who does not regret what he has done at all.
No, definitely not. So,
I feel like Brim would just like he wouldn't be avoiding Victor's gaze, but he'd be trying his best to communicate with his eyes, like as best as he can non-verbally, and not in such a way that anybody else would be able to tell that like he's trying to ask Victor to not put this on himself.
Aww.
yeah, he's like picking at his clothes and accidentally rips part of his already ripped shawl and kind of frowns.
Riley, can you mend that?
Oh, sure.
He goes,
he wants me to.
no, it's all right. It will just get ripped again.
Okay, just saying. I got the skills.
I have
the
a
way-
little bit of rope that I use, twine that I use for fidgeting, and Brimstone's gonna give a length of twine to Victor to fidget with.
Well, thank you. That is very kind.
It's a fidget toy.
He starts picking at that instead.
Fidget cube.
And so, after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. The carriage comes to a dead stop between twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is precisely a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths. A lower drawbridge of old, shorn-off wooden beams stretches across the chasm, between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. From atop of the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you from hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. The rotten wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. Beyond this location and the main doors of Ravenloft stand open. A rich warm light spills from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in the sconces and on both sides of the open doors. And at this point, Kirby and Firo kind of like look at you, and he like signs something to her, and she nods and goes, "This is as far as we can take you. We cannot go any further."
Got it.
And
Totally understand.
she hops off the wagon and goes over to Lucas and like sticks a hand on his shoulder and goes, "You be safe. You are not part of our clan anymore, but please, it would hurt my heart greatly if you died." And he like gives her a nod and looks looks really uncomfortable, but he looks really sad too.
Aw.
And he kind of like leans forward and sticks his head onto her shoulder and goes, "I'm glad somebody still thinks of me fondly."
Aw.
And she just pats him. And then they pull away. And she looks back to you and goes, "There's many dangers in there, and I cannot warn you of them all. But be safe. And perhaps the curse will be lifted from this land before too long." And you watch as they get their wagon together and head out back down that twisty, windy road.
Sure hope we can do it.
All right, gang, it's time to go talk to Old Man Strahd.
Walking
Yeah.
across the drawbridge, I want to assess, like, because we got this right, this down.
Sorry, what?
So we're standing outside the gates, and like we can walk into across the drawbridge, right?
Yeah, the drawbridge looks sturdy, but a few of its boards are missing and it creaks the second somebody steps on it.
Or like that are attached to the drawbridge. I'm assuming there's like chains, right?
Yeah, there's chains.
How sturdy do those look?
Pretty sturdy. They're like rusted.
That's not sturdy.
They're rusted, but they still look like pretty decent.
Okay.
Okay. How so? Like they don't look like unbreakable.
Yeah, they look like if you put enough pressure on them, they would break, but...
Well, I got some heat that I can apply as well, so.
Mm-hmm.
What are you...
I'm just planning our escape.
That's the Shrek escape. That's literally... Okay.
Yeah, and it worked in that movie, didn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
Great.
Cinematic classic Shrek.
Somebody once told me.
No, I'm just thinking, this is just me planning for if we have to, like, cut the chains to let the drawbridge down.
Cool.
If anything, I could set fire to it.
Okay.
Would you be okay?
I could do that. Whatever's necessary to get away from this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's important to face your fears every now and then.
So, what is the marching order across this bridge?
Doesn't the bridge look like it could hold a horse?
Yeah, you're not sure. Like I
I
said...
think it's better if Maggie stays here.
Well,
I mean, how heavy is Maggie?
yeah,
Isn't
compared
she
to
like
me as well.
Yeah, she's like a zombie horse.
I think
Yeah.
maybe we should space ourselves out, given how brittle this drawbridge looks.
Yeah.
Like, give
And
it
I
at least
got-
like 10 feet.
I got fly if anybody needs it.
Okay. So, I guess the lightest person should go first.
Is that Zelfine or Riley? I don't know.
I think that's right. Actually, I don't want to ask someone's weight. It's very impolite.
Riley's got a booty.
Okay, yeah, right. I'm not.
Okay, I'll go first. Riley goes
Cool.
in a
Can
short fit of courage.
as you start to walk across Riley, can I get you to roll a D10 or 2 D10s? So like a D100 in total?
Oh, okay, cool. 2D. Hold on. Oops. There it is. A 3 and a 7.
Okay. So that's like 37.
37. Okay, gotcha.
So as you walk across, it creaks under your feet, but it seems sturdy enough. And I'm going to need everybody that crosses that to roll me a D100 for a
I'll go
percentage.
next. Okay. D100. Use my real dice. Ah. Oh gosh. Okay. 76.
Okay. So yeah, you feel like one board start to like creak a little more under your weight, and you kind of distribute your weight in a better way so that you start walking, and it seems all right now.
Delphine, you want to go?
Sure.
It's not a want.
Oh,
Oh dear.
that's a 17.
Ooh. So yeah, you step just in the right way that you feel like part of it like kind of sag under your foot, and you hear it, but it doesn't break. It just like starts to splinter slightly.
And we'll go now.
All right, Eamon, roll me a D100.
Oh!
So yeah, you take a good old step, and you just about break a board, but you manage to catch yourself. And
Eamon's
there's a
gonna-
big old footprint in one of them now.
Meep. Amy will like shuffle across.
Cool. And
And
Lucas,
Maggie's not going. Maggie, I'm not risking.
Theo, and Victor, and
Oh,
oh shit! So Irina takes a step, and the whole board falls out from under her, and she starts to fall.
Riley, fly! Riley, cast fly!
Twin spell fly on both me and Irina.
Okay.
Riley like fucking jumped.
I cannot believe she rolled a 4. There's
Oh my.
there is a literal 5% chance that one of the boards will just fall out from under you.
Yeah, Riley twin spell fly. Riley like fucking falls down and slaps Irina on the shoulder.
Yeah, and then the two of you just start floating, and she goes, thank you,
Wait,
Riley.
I gotta do
Oh god, Scrod would have murdered us like right then.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Oh.
No wild magic. It's good.
Cool.
Eamon will kind of just go.
And so, yeah, the two of you kind of float up, and you make the rest of the way across the the drawbridge without too much hassle.
I mean, you might as well fly now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
The,
just
the
gonna
two of
say
you are
no.
just floating.
I forget. It's like an hour, I think.
I thought it was
Or
like
something.
a few
It's
Or is it
10
10
minutes.
minutes?
10 minutes,
Yeah,
yeah.
never mind.
It's 10 minutes.
Hey,
Right.
Riley, while you can fly, is there any point in like seeing if you can look around a little bit?
Yeah, can I circle around?
Yep, just give
anytime
me
you have
1
notice?
second. I'm going to load up the map that you're all at now.
Boy, boy.
The map.
It's a
Holy shit, that is huge.
It's a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
ass map. Welcome to Ravenloft, where everything is fucking huge.
Unlock is Dano.
Oh, it's like the Texas of Barovia.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is where you all are at. And then like
We're
the
tiny
entrance is way over here.
This used to
Yeah.
be the whole module.
Yeah, like this was the whole thing
Yeah.
before. So
Where's the entrance?
Right here. Oh, yeah.
Where?
Are we
don't
like
see
little
it.
ants?
Okay.
Like, these are the actual doors here. This is like... this part up here is like an overhang, and then the doors are like in here.
Ah, okay.
See, like these two like big old chunks.
Are those gargoyles?
They sure are, and they are smiling at you.
Fucking okay.
Are they like animate?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. They're really high up.
I don't think I'm gonna make that perception check. I'm not even sure you can
I'll give it a try.
successfully perception check those.
19.
Well, Riley's
That's my
flying as well.
perception.
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you don't really see...
Riley's flying, so
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley's got glasses. She's flying.
Yeah, so if you fly up a bit, Riley, you can get a decent look at them, and they don't seem to be moving anyways. If they do move, then there's probably something that activates them, but you haven't seen moving gargoyles before.
Would drawing something on their face activate them?
I'm not gonna fucking do that. I don't want them mad at me. But
Maybe
she
they
will
just
kind
really want a
of...
mustache.
She will squint suspiciously, be like, I don't trust these, and then float off.
Actually, yeah.
Can I do another perception check to see if I notice anything as I...
Yeah,
As I
so as you're
fly
looking
around.
you see like a thick, cold fog swirls around the courtyard, and sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the main open doors. Warm light spills out from the entrance and flooding like this area of the courtyard here. Ping. And high above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged into its iron frame.
Ew. That's interesting. Don't know what that means. I do a perception check to kind of investigate.
Yeah.
Maybe investigation check, if that makes more sense.
Yeah, at this point, it's an investigation check if you're checking the window.
Yeah. Ah, shoot. That's a 8. Not good.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of broken glass, and you like try to like put a hand on to kind of see it, but you kind of like pull back immediately as like the sharp edge kind of touches your hand, and you find that like all these edges are just real sharp, and it's hard to get a good look in here.
Ooh, ow. Alright. Let's float on. Another squinty eye at that.
Spot. The walls around here are like, you estimate about 90 feet tall, and there's dark towers that rise from the actual structure that are even higher.
Ugh.
It looks like it's pretty guarded against the rain in here, but it's definitely starting to rain outside. It's starting to pour, even.
I don't like this. It's like Strata's trying to be like, ooh, come inside. It's nice and warm. Maybe.
Pretty much. Like, you could hang around and look at the more around the castle if you want, but the door is definitely open, and it's nice and warm in there. And the temperature is dropping around here.
Alright.
Let's just go inside.
Yeah, let's just bite the bullet.
Ding dong, Eamon says as he enters as he enters Castle Ravenloft.
Cool. So I'm gonna get map number 2.
Tea time delivery service. We brought your wife.
Oh no!
Oh, good God.
I'm just gonna copy paste everybody because there's so many people here. And I'm gonna put you there, and I'm gonna have to ask everybody for patience here because there's a lot in this castle, and I have everything like blacked out for now.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot in Castle Ravenloft, so I would appreciate a little bit of patience.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Completely fair.
So it's a lot.
So you open up that first area there, and this is K7. Okay.
Oh, it's got numbers and letters.
Yeah, like there is. It goes up to like K88. FYI.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot in this, and Again, appreciate a little bit of patience. So, yeah, you open up the doors to that. Well, the doors were open. You step into this light area, and you see an ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by the torches and iron sconces. You see inside the castle that there's a second set of doors, and these ones are closed. As you approach the door, you hear music. It seems to be organ music.
From how far off about?
You're not sure, but you can definitely hear it coming from deeper inside the castle.
Also, sorry, I was muted for a while there. My apologies. I was saying shit.
What?
Oops. Cool. Yeah. And yeah, as you start to wander in this area, can I get some perception checks?
Can I sanguine
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
In fact, I'll even spend a hit dice to know the exact locations of creatures.
18.
God. So, yeah, Eamon,
I
you
got like a 5.
as you are looking around, you see overhead in this area 4 statues of dragons glaring down on you, and their eyes are flickering in the torchlight.
Are they, like, moving at all?
They don't seem to be.
Is one of them a silver dragon?
Nope. They are all red dragons.
Uh,
Does Zelfie notice anything else with a 26?
You notice,
see the
like...
multiverse.
You see the multiverse, yeah.
You see everything.
With that, you can kind of insinuate that these statues, there's something more to them, for sure. But they don't seem to be moving right now.
Wait, didn't we see a similar statue in front of the paladin's house that Brim licked?
These ones are not on the ground, they're up high.
The other one was like a ice dragon guy, right?
What do I detect? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, how far out does your scent go again?
It goes 120 feet, and
Okay.
because I'm using a hit dice for it, I know the exact location. Learn the exact number and general location of creatures in the area. Yep.
Okay, 20 feet, so...
Anybody with blood.
Okay, so
I can-
at this point, you only smell one thing. And you smell an elf.
None of these statues are alive.
I mean, statues don't normally have blood.
I was gonna say.
None of them are. We're not dealing with actual fucking dragons here.
Okay.
Well,
Let's go forward. And I have this for 10 minutes, so as I move... You know what I might do? I might see if I can create an aura for you on the map.
Please,
so that
because,
that's the area shit I can
yeah. And right now, I'm just more or less trying to figure out what has blood, what doesn't have blood. So if I'm forgetting something, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no, you're totally good. Like, there's a lot of shit that's undead in here.
Yeah, and I'm not really... I think I've counted it before, but I don't really want to count, like, things that are skeletons, or...
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
Skeletons don't count.
I think it's fair to say that skeletons don't count, zombies and vampires do.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe after a vampire had a nice meal, maybe?
Well, I mean, vampires do have blood in them.
yeah. Vampires have blood, but, like, an actual living gargoyle wouldn't. Because it's made
Yeah.
of stone.
Because that's an elemental.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
cool.
makes sense.
So are you making your way into this next room?
Making my way downtown.
What is
Okay.
the door? What does the door
Walking
look like?
fast,
What kind of
walking
aesthetic are we
faster.
looking at? Just fucking goth doll shit.
Oh yeah, gothic and very like wooden. And this next area is pretty big. So this is 1 second.
Reminds me of my teenage years.
Actually,
Does it?
just gonna do all this.
No.
I had a goth phase.
Lol.
Eamon had whatever the opposite of a goth phase is.
I feel like I did not have a goth face. I don't
You're
think
in
that
your
I-
goth phase.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I'm in my sad boy phase, even.
Similar.
I'm
That's a
gonna
fake.
Emo phase.
That one. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, Zelfin used to wear that black eyeliner, so...
It wasn't black armor, it was just soot.
Cool.
Hmm.
It's even more goth.
Put him on the...
Sure, that's why I wore it.
Yep.
Yep.
No other reason.
So, yeah,
Just assume that was why.
you open up the second set of Gothic wooden doors, and cobwebs stretch between columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of the 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the dome ceiling. Cracked and faded, the ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand close to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs up into the darkness, and a lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear the sad music now. You can kind of, you got a better sense of where the music's coming from now.
What a drama boy.
And at this point, you catch the sight of the elf that is walking down the stairs that you had smelled. It has brown skin and long black hair that descends with the wide staircase, and he's quiet as a cat. He wears a gray cloak over the black studded leather armor. He has like a polished scimitar hanging from his belt, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "My master is expecting you."
Rah, 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 Dean, Dreadplane's greatest murder.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
I assume he is expecting us through that set of doors to the south there.
I will lead you. And he starts to, like, walk towards you. And as he, like, brushes by you, you start to hear screams in your head.
That's normal.
Leanne, I think that I would like to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Oh no.
That's a 3 plus stuff.
Cool.
No, wait, with your aim and Google's.
With your aim and shield.
With the aim and
Your
stuff.
aim and Googles.
What is Eamon's bonus confirm me to that?
+4.
So it's a 7.
Cool. Yeah, you, like, grab your head in pain as he walks by, as it just fills with these agonizing screams and crying. He stops and looks at you and, like, raises an eyebrow and shakes his head and keeps walking.
Riley squeezes Brim's shoulder, if he allows.
Oh yeah, he'll let you. He's not gonna do anything until Rahadin passes.
Yep.
So, until this unknown elf, passes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is clearly labeled on the map as Rahadin. It's fine.
Aemond will actually follow Rahadin closely, sort of shadowing him.
Yeah, so, like, as you get up, you also hear the screams, and he, like, looks at you and goes, "I am Rahadin, and I am the Chamberlain of this castle."
Pleased to meet you. My name is Aemond. I am a distant relative of Strahd's.
Yes, I am aware.
Wait, what?
Wait, that one's due to me.
Wait, what? I thought I told you guys.
No, you didn't, Eamon. Fuck.
It's Vistani bullshit. It's fine.
Okay, sure.
Is this a ploy? Is this part of the plan?
No, it's I thought I told you guys already. I probably
Yeah,
should
you've just
have.
been letting that one stew. You've been dealing with that one. Whatever.
Hi.
It's fine. We all have
Rahadin.
things we haven't told each other.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember if he did or not.
I don't think he did.
I really don't think he did.
Anyways,
I thought he did, but now I'm starting to doubt it.
Maybe he did. I don't know. But I feel like he didn't.
Whichever. Sorry, continue.
Yep.
Whichever is a bomb.
I hope that you find your stay at the castle enlightening, he says as he opens up the doors down to the south. Reveal an area.
Such nice music for this board place.
Haunted Castle Watch.
I meant to change the playlist to the Ravenloft playlist now. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, that's appropriate.
Here, I will
Use
load
that
up.
playlist. Hell yeah.
Let me just load that up. Dee-dee-boo-boo. And I will send that to you all in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
It's more spooky.
Ooh.
Good.
Eh.
Oh dear.
All right. So yeah, Rahadin opens these doors,
Hello.
and everybody's following, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Let me just. I'm just trying to select people on the map who are not currently in Roll20. Specifically, I have lost a few people. That. So Riley, Victor, Irina, and I have misplaced Lucas and Theo. Where did they go?
They went off to make out somewhere.
Yep.
They're
Oh,
up and to the right.
they're
Or to the left.
They
sorry.
are hiding under other tokens. That is the problem. On my end.
Wait, what?
Oh, love that.
Yeah, sorry. That was a... there they are. So yeah, Rahadin opens the doors to the what is this? K10? Dining hall. The dining hall. It
Oh, is
opened...
K10 gonna be playing with
No.
K10 here?
No.
Aw.
That would be
K10.
too nice and too good for this. The doors swing open and he stands aside and like extends his hand to inwards to like usher you in. There are 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminating the magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against the dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table covered in fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delicate foods, roast beef basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every kind, the sweet fruits and vegetables. There are place sets for each of you. Delicate china and silver, and each place has a golden goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between 2 floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its own tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, is a single caped figure who is pounding on the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops and as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, he slowly turns to you. And I'm just going to put everybody in the room. And then Rahadin's going to stand outside the room. And everybody's going to get on your table places. It's fine.
Hey, Leanne, as we sit down, is my sanguine scent picking up anything different?
Sure isn't. It's almost like there's nobody there at all.
Good to know.
So
I will keep that
Wonderful.
up for now.
He's a hologram.
Yep. So the figure turns and stares at you. And I'm just you're gonna put him in the proper layer here because he's not on the proper layer. There we go. Say hi to Strahd von Zarvich as he stands there.
Hi, Strahd.
Hey, buddy.
And as you are all like around this table, probably not sitting, you're probably like on attention. He smiles and says, "So you've finally arrived. It is about time. You do not seem to understand the position that you are all in. You are here, alive, by my will alone. You do not know it yet, but you all belong to me now. I have given you gifts, and you don't even realize it. Brimstone, the demon of the mountains. You made a deal for your soul, and I can protect you from that. She will not get it as long as you are here with me. Zelfine, the deadly and vicious viper. You run for so long. I can keep you hidden and far away from the people you run so hard from. It would be a simple task to keep that Zentarum far away from you, my dear. Powerful and chaotic Riley. You were so alone before, weren't you? And now you have a family. Wouldn't you want to keep them safe? especially from the brotherhood that hunts you. Aemond, our family blood flows through you. Your dedication and power would be better suited serving your family and not the men who tore your land apart and slaughtered your father in front of you. And you dragged along poor angry Theodos Callan. You know you'll never really truly belonged amongst the people you fight so hard for back home. You'd be safe with me, I can guarantee that. And poor sad Lucas. Long ago I said I would come for you. Your mother misses you very much, you know. And Tatiana, my love, I have waited so long for us to be together. Fate has kept you away for too long. You are free to roam the castle as you wish. Know that until you pledge yourselves to me, heart and soul, you will not be escaping this place. You will all either become my servants, or you will die here. Perhaps both if fate deems it so. And at that moment, there's a fierce, blood-curdling wind that rises up and roars through the hall, pulling out all the window frames. Characters hear the screech of an ancient hinge as the solid thud of many heavy doors slamming shut one right after the other in the distance. You also hear a portcullis clang shut and the tired groan of of the drawbridge starting to pull up. Finally, you hear the doors of this room slam shut and all the lights go out. You are now in darkness in this room.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
I think I expected about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Riley is shaking and nauseous.
Good. As expected.
Uh-huh. That's the kind of reaction he wanted, yeah.
So just so everybody's completely clear, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
Boop,
fucking
boop,
bullshit.
boop, boop.
What
Smoking.
kind of fuckery is this?
So yeah, at this point you see like Theo and Lucas kind of running around the room trying to like light the torches again so that you get some light in the room.
I think I can help with that.
Yeah.
Let me check the.
Riley can too. Riley can light up some things too with prestidigitation.
Cool. So yeah, before too long, the whole
As
room is
that's
lit
going
up.
on, as that's going on, Eamon is going to cast purify food and drink as a ritual.
Sounds good.
Are you going to try to eat the food?
I'm casting purify.
I lost my appetite.
The food looks delicious.
Yeah, but it's almost certainly laden in poison and evil spells.
Yeah, you don't have to eat it.
Unless I
Leanne,
was
might I be a little bit? I might be a little hangry at the moment.
Cool. So yeah, as Eamon is like preparing this ritual, do you do anything? Well, everybody like there's a few people running around trying to light candles now. Do you try and eat something off the table, Brimstone?
I think if Eamon was preparing to like purify it, Brimstone would wait for that. Like he'd be able to wait for that. I think.
Cool.
Question: when I'm purifying it, do I detect any sort of poison or shit on it?
I don't know if that's how that spell works.
Fair enough.
So you still cast it, and you like a gold glitter kind of like flies over the table.
Stone, are you sure you want to do this? I brought that spell partially because I knew this would happen.
I'm going to inspect it. I still got my sanguine sent up.
Yeah.
So would that help me inspect it and make sure that like there's nothing else wrong with it? I'm definitely gonna pick at it. I'm not just gonna like bite
Yeah.
into it. I'm gonna like cut like if there's any meat, I'm gonna cut it apart.
It doesn't smell weird. It smells like food, but it also doesn't smell as good as you think food this nice looking should taste.
Wait a second.
I don't like
It's
that.
an illusion.
I mean, he was an illusion. I'm gonna
That's
take off like a chicken wing or something and just take a small bite into it.
So yeah, it tastes like chicken, but it's kind of bland.
I'd like to do an Arcana check while he's doing that.
Okay. Roll me that Arcana check.
Damn, these rolls suck.
I'd like to open the door, by the way, while this is going on.
Cool. Yeah, you creak. So yeah, with the 10, sure is a lot of magic in this place.
This is magical as shit.
And yeah, like to test the magic too, you like pick up part of the food and stick it in your mouth, and you're like, doesn't taste like magic.
It's not a magical taste. It doesn't taste magically delicious.
Yeah, it does not taste magically delicious.
It's not magically delicious. Fuck.
I'm
Fuck,
sorry.
Katie.
It is not, in fact, magically delicious.
They're magically delicious.
So yeah, and as all the lights are like lit back up, and like Theo and Lucas now have a torch in their hands, you notice that yes, the image of Strahd is gone. He's just gone. There's still the organ in the room and the table full of food, but he's gone. And as you open the door, Aemond, Rahadin has gone too.
Okay.
He's like
by the way,
run off
Riley
somewhere.
spits out the food. She doesn't trust that shit.
Doesn't taste magically delicious. Doesn't taste bad though.
But still, she doesn't want to like swallow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Princeton will swallow a little bit of food. He
Yeah.
nauseous.
You know, it's pretty decent. It's pretty darn decent.
I've had worse.
Is there like
it's
a
like-
national?
Mhm.
No, I don't want to cut you off.
Okay,
ahead.
I was just gonna say it tastes like chicken, but you didn't add any spices to it. Is that it?
Yeah.
This is the driest chicken I've ever tasted.
It's raw.
The wine, however, is delicious. It's the best wine you've ever had.
What?
It does not smell like blood, right?
It does not smell like blood. In fact, it is
Good.
amber colored. It is not red.
And Eamon purified it, so there's no toxicity.
Yeah, it is just like this gold kind of white wine almost.
Riley will fuck with the wine for sure.
Question: is the organ still playing itself?
No, the music has stopped.
Is there like a national anthem of Barovia that Eamon can play on the piano?
Would he know it?
Roll me a history check.
Could I roll a religion check?
That's not a religion thing.
No, wait, my mom's from Barovia. She probably would have sang it to me at some point, right?
Aw.
If there is one. Roll me a history check.
Darn. Oh my god, I got a natural 20!
So with that, you know that there is no songs about Barovia. That
You wasted it.
other than the only song you've ever heard about Barovia was the one that the elf Mia sung to you in the castle, which was more about Strahd than anything.
I'd like to play it on the piano.
Cool. So roll me a performance check.
Okay. 12.
Cool. So you like kind of clunk around on this, and it sure does make organ noises.
It's not enough to at least play the song, because I got a natural 20. If you did.
Remember how
knowing the song.
you can play it?
Yeah. In fact, this organ feels really weird. Like, as you press things kind of, like, click into place. And you're like, oh, there's something really weird here.
I'm gonna, like, from one end of the organ, the whole thing.
It, like, makes a noise, and you feel like you can kind of hear mechanisms inside the organ doing something.
Guys, I think I might have found something, but I'm worried if I mess around with it too much, I'm going to destroy us all.
Oh, a clue.
Okay, Riley. Do we want to get some? We want to get some Zelfine's eyes on that, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems like a Zelfine problem.
What is Sophie doing?
Investigation, probably.
Okay.
Or perception, whichever one.
And I will aid, because I feel like I have the tools to do so.
If I have the option, I'm gonna go with perception because it's slightly better,
Okay.
and that's a 17.
And
Cool. Yeah.
'Cause I'm aiding
Oh,
you, so you have advantage.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
go for it.
Ooh.
So that's a 17.
So yeah, with that, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. It's like you don't really like looking at musical instruments to begin with, so you're kind of like, ugh. And just kind of, you miss stuff. You're just like, nah, I'm done. And you don't see anything too weird about it.
Like anything else out of the ordinary in this room besides the organ?
Just
Does this organ maybe control some kind of mechanisms for traps or the rooms of the building or?
Roll me an investigation check if you're gonna poke around on the organ.
I've
also
already
wanna
started. Why
Want
not?
to also let Riley do something for looking around the room?
Yeah, I just want
Yeah.
to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, roll me
Investigation?
investigation. Yeah.
14.
I got a 7.
Yeah, you get distracted by, like, the food, Riley. You just are really hung up on this food.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is up with this food? I don't
Yeah.
get it.
And yeah, with a 14, you kind of, you start to figure out that definitely something is clicking on the inside of this organ, but you can't quite figure out which pedals and buttons to press. Click! Click!
Now.
Yeah. Love that vine. Alright.
Yeah,
it seems
definitely.
like it does something, but we don't know the notes to it yet, so put that on the back.
Coming
burner,
back to
maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Unless Lucas wants to try something.
Yeah, wait, why did we not put the bard on this?
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
he,
I'm a
like,
paladin. I played piano for about 6 months in high school.
cool. He, like, cracks his knuckles and heads on over. Takes a look. Let's roll a perception first. So
Oh.
yeah, no, he's like,
Does he get an advantage because he's a bard?
sure.
Bard band.
Okay,
There
yeah.
we go.
With a 19, he definitely goes, oh, yes, kind of points to the ground and goes, there's some marks on the ground here. It looks like it swings out, perhaps? And he starts tagging along on the instrument until he finds it and it clicks into place. And then it just kind of starts to swing open, this organ.
I'm gonna give Lucas a high five.
Yeah, he goes, yeah!
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Sure.
Our dream was to open this secret corridor.
Yep.
Now
So
we
yeah,
can leave.
you find the secret corridor.
Alright, not creepy at all.
Yeah,
I'd like to walk in and then use divine sense immediately.
so as you do that, you don't notice anything through your divine sense, but you do see that there's a bunch of little, like, holes on the wall here. I'm on the wrong thing here. There we go. Okay, click. Yeah, there we go. Here, and, like, here, and if you, like, poke your head through there, it's like where somebody would put, like, an arrow.
An arrow slit, yeah.
Yeah, it's an arrow slit. And you can see the courtyard through here. Against the walls here are a bunch of mirrors of varying sizes. Some that are, like, about the size of a human, and then there's some that are small enough to fit in a backpack.
Oh dear, these are scrying mirrors, aren't they?
Gonna make an educated guess. Or I can do an Arcana check.
Well,
I'm gonna walk over to one of the scrying mirrors and say nothing, because
Don't.
this is a bad idea.
We tried that before.
so hold on, this room is just full of mirrors?
Just full of mirrors.
Like it's just like piled up, like they're not hung, they're just like up against the wall.
Yeah, it looks like almost a storage room, just full of mirrors. And if you stop to count them, there's like 17.
This looks like This doesn't look like a room full of scrying mirrors. This looks like just where he's put his mirrors for some reason.
It's mirror storage.
Oh, he doesn't want to look at himself. That's actually kind of sad.
Well,
Well, you know,
I don't know
vampires
how
can't
vampires-
see themselves in mirrors, so, like, it'd be weird. You
Oh,
hear from,
shit.
like, the other
That he
room.
can't.
In that
wait,
case,
wasn't that? Isn't this something that was mentioned in the tome?
I'm gonna open up the tome and see if I can find the mirror passage.
Just because out of character, I know that if Eamon read the book, he would know that, like, having read the book myself, there's a part where Strahd, like, takes all the fucking mirrors out of the castle so that the rest of the denizens of the castle don't realize that he's a vampire.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. That's what you remember
yeah.
from the book.
That was in my book report.
Yeah, you wrote about that in your book report.
I would like to pick up one of the smaller mirrors and take it with me just in case we need to peg someone as a vampire.
Okay.
Also, they have silver in them. I say that, but I don't know the implications of it. Anyways, you think we should keep going?
Hey, this one.
You could go back the way you came, because there's big staircases and more doors over that way, or you could go through the secret passage.
I like secrets. Do you like secrets?
I'm good. I think we should stick together.
I want to do secrets.
Do we want to go? Yeah, the side path first, or main quest?
I feel as though
Though to be honest, if we're looking for catacombs, I wouldn't doubt if it'd be in a secret passageway.
yeah, I feel like maybe we should go to the secret way if we're looking for the catacombs. Riley's right.
Mm.
I mean, that's where I would put my catacombs.
Well,
Eamon.
fuck it. Let's go the secret way then.
Yeah.
Fuck
Thanks,
it.
Lucas.
You're welcome. Let's go, I guess. Stick close, Adina. And yeah, she's sticking close to Lucas and Theo, who are
And Eamon is humming the secret tunnel song.
secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Victor's plodding along behind too. And yeah, as you keep going, you this area over here is what looks like a turret post. It's got a high dome ceiling that caps the 30-foot wide octagonal room. There's frescoes faded from age adorned on the ceiling, but their images are impossible to make out at this point. And you see more arrow slits that look over the courtyard.
I knew that it's just such a tropey thing, the organ with a secret passage.
It's such a cliche.
Yeah, oh, gee.
Wow, Strahd.
Wow,
How
Strahd.
original.
To be fair, it's possible that Strahd did it first. He's really old.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He has been here
He
for
was-
quite a while.
He's original. Secret passageway boy.
Alright, now, I don't know if we make it all the way to the stairs, but as we go to the stairs, and I've been waiting the whole game to say this, Eamon is gonna say, Strahd von Zarevich, you absolute bitch, you owe me a sun sword.
Cool.
Nice.
Do we want to end it there?
Yeah, I think that's a good ending point.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Next episode title, Dude, Where's My Sword?
Fuck.
Thank you very much for all my nonsense today. I'm glad you
This is good
seemed to have a good time.
nonsense.
This
Yeah.
was so
Yeah,
much
yeah, yeah.
fun for
I
like...
adore it.
I don't
A
know
lot of
why
good
this is so much fun. Like, we can't have a conversation without freaking the hell out at each other, but this, walking into the haunted castle, was like, yeah!
Hell,
Oh, it's because we've
yeah.
given up.
Yeah. I think we're like, we're
Embrace
fucked
death.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Embrace death.
Well,
Mhm.
full time with y'all.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye,
Goodbye, everybody.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Stories tend to change when one is shrouded in the mist. Hearts begin to realize why they are there to exist. Eyes are blind or open to the horrors all around. No story pushed by those can match the ones that will be found. Secrets tend to rise when one is running from their fears. Time begins to slow when Mother Nature stops her gears. Monstrosities and double lives as useless needs to survive. No stories will be spoken if no one remains alive.